Please go ahead.
As far as we are concerned, there is subsidy on kerosene. If you go to any NNPC mega station, you will not buy kerosene more than 50 naira. If it is sold somewhere else beyond 50 naira, as is been said, 100 naira or more, it is not the responsibility of NNPC to go out policing how retailers sell their products. There are bodies established to do that. And it is on record that we do give kerosene to retailers at 40.9. No retailer will tell you that we are selling to them at more than that.
Can NNPC deduct monies from source and spend the money before remitting the balance to the Federation account?
That has been approved by the statute establishing NNPC. We are not doing anything illegal. As far as the law establishing NNPC is concerned, we are allowed to operate and deduct our expenditure from our proceeds.
So at the reconciliation meeting between yourselves, the CBN, and the Ministry of Finance, what figure was arrived at, if any, as monies not having been remitted to the Federation account?
These figures keep changing. As at December 18, when the press conference was held, the figure was 10.8 billion. It has come down, and I believe by next week, when we go to the National Assembly, we will come to the end of it. It's a continuous exercise, that is the reconciliation.
Okay, Dr. Ibrahim, when you look at the fact that the beliefs and the Nigerian understanding, and it's based on what we have heard, unfortunately, off the top of my head, I cannot mention a specific minister that has mentioned the fact that there is no more subsidy on kerosene, but there is that understanding. Are you saying that those ministers and all of what has been said is completely wrong, and even the CBN governor does not seem to know what he's saying? That's the implication of what you're saying.
All we are saying is this: there could have been a directive or instruction. The process of communicating that directive to the agency responsible for implementing this, that is NNPC, was not followed through. And we are not going to sit and work on hearsay.
Okay, let's look at this from this perspective then, because I watched the CBN governor state categorically in the preceding years, before 2012, NNPC did not at any point in time allocate money to what has been thought to be no more subsidy on kerosene policy. Why was it that it happened in 2012 to 2013? Because CBN did not raise any such objection in the preceding years.
We have been making claims for kerosene subsidy as far back as 2009. And therefore, to say that there was no claim, there was, and we have. Even the, I believe Dr. Mansur Mukhtar, when he was minister, did say that we have made claims and they are looking at it.
Okay, so you are implying that definitely the CBN and the CBN governor didn't get their figures right, and they've not been getting it right for the last 3-4 years.
What we are saying is that we have not received instruction from the right quarters to stop buying kerosene at international prices and selling at regulated prices. Let me make something very clear. NNPC is not interested in the subsidy regime. We are not interested in buying petrol or kerosene at international prices and selling at regulated prices. The subsidy regime is a policy decision of the government. The day government decides it doesn't want it, we'll be happy to go the way government wants.
Now, let me just ask you this question. Don't you think that if NNPC heeded what Nigerians have been screaming all these years, that NNPC should publish its accounts, then all these kinds of suppositions and suggestions will be reduced?
We don't run our businesses on the pages of newspapers. We do have auditors, internal and external auditors, that come and audit our books. The Auditor General's office, the Accountant General's office, they all have access to our books. The National Assembly has access to our books. And these people are representing the majority, the Nigerian public. So our books have been open to those who should have access to it.
Not to the public. Not to the general public, because Nigerians believe that some of
the institutions, the Accountant General's office, the Auditor General's office, no, I'm coming. The National Assembly, don't they represent the public? Yes.
Okay. Well, what our understanding has been is that yes, there should be no subsidy on kerosene. The subsidy on PMS has been reduced, and it's supposed to be 97. Is NNPC selling at 97? Or should we expect that it will be less? I don't know. What is the situation with NNPC now?
Is selling at more than 97. We sell at 97.
Okay. Now, having said that, let's take a quick look at the pipeline explosion. What is the frequency of pipeline explosion around the country at the moment, and vandalism as well?
I believe the recent thing in Ijegun prompted this question. The question of pipeline vandalism is a very, very serious thing that we should take. I tell you, between January 1 and today, we have had 73 breaks between Mosimi and Atlas Cove. And this is something that is seriously impacting negatively on our productions.
Dr. Ibrahim, please go ahead.
If you like, I want to tell you that the Ijegun, yes, the Ijegun case, I'm pleased to say that we have been able to remove all the sludges. We are working on remediation process. But the key thing is this: all the structures to the left and